We've been redoing our deck a little bit here at Canada AM, and a lot of people are in that situation. Once the winter snow disappears, you take a look at the deck, it needs something. Doug Plourde of Home Harder has been helping us out with a little bit, so it's just not only replacing in our case, but for a lot of people, it's what are you going to put on top of?
Yes.
Yeah, so what have we got? I mean, this is progress over here.
The deck is almost finished. We're just getting ready to start power washing the old deck here. That'll bring it back to a new state.
Yeah.
We've stained the walls to match the deck. The new wood shield stains we have, that's basically one coat going over an old red stain, which is here. We'll be finishing this last little section today. We're going to be then doing touch-ups, and we're going to have it pretty well finished for the year.
So when you walk in, I mean, there are so many products on the market right now between, stains and things that, waterproof, all of this stuff. It's dizzying to know what is required and what's going to work best.
Basically, if you're starting off new, you want to go to a semi-transparent stain or a natural stain.
Okay.
That'll leave the deck
it's natural color.
Looking, yeah, and you're not going to be changing anything. If you have an older deck, you might want to think about going to a solid color stain. What we've used here is a solid color gray because it was going over an old red.
Oh, okay.
One coat, new wood shield stain, finishes at one coat. Two if you really want to touch it up, but then you're good for another 10 years.
And on this here, was that one or two coats so far that you've got? That's only one coat. So that's proper. The coverage is great on that.
Yeah, it's great.
And what about the protection?
Protection, again, you've got all your UV, you've got a good 5-year at least lifespan of it, and full sun like what we have here. We'll probably come and touch it up again. Again, a little bit of power washing before you stain, gets all the pigments out, gets all the loose coverage off it, and makes it look nice.
And how often do you need to do this?
If you're looking at it on a 3-year span, you're good. 5 years, again, it depends on the type of the country you're in, how much sun you're going to have, how much rain, heavy weather, snow. Decking a little more continuous probably because you have the heavy traffic going across it.
Okay, so tell me about some of the products and tools that you've brought in here for...
ActiVox is fairly new to the market. It's a deck cleaner. What's going to happen with your old deck, if it's old and gray and you've got pitting, you'll want to power wash it. We're just getting ready to power wash here some of the older wood. It'll blow all the old coat off it, give it a new appearance, and then you can go over it with a semi-transparent stain if you want, or you can go to a solid color.
So how do you use that? You just kind of brush it on? And
no, you basically apply it with a power wash or power brush.
Oh, you put with it, so you put your stuff in,
And you just give it a quick scrub and it cleans everything up. Then once your deck is prepped, you go to your stain. Again, going back to a solid color or semi-transparent. You can roll it on, you can brush it on, depending on the application. Rolling is always faster and easier. Nobody wants to work too hard on the deck this time of year, so
for sure.
You can roll it and brush it.
And depending, I mean, coats, the number of coats aside, how long do you have to leave it before your family can tromp all over it?
The new wood shield, 1 day.
Yes, 1 day. That's it.
It's a 1 day complete. Yeah, you put it on in the morning, you walk out in the afternoon, evening.
Okay, and if I do that, and then all of a sudden I'm looking out the window later that evening and it's raining, am I done? Do I have to start again?
No, it cures in about 2 to 3 hours. On a day like today, it's nice and sunny. It's a little cool, but it'll cure pretty quick.
Is there an ideal temperature at which you want to do these things, or does it really not matter? I mean, because sometimes it's so hot and humid, you wonder if it's going to, consistency-wise.
You're looking 12 degrees plus is ideal. You don't want to get it too hot. Too hot, it dries too fast on the surface, and you can get flaking afterwards. So you don't want to get it over, say, 23, 24 degrees in direct sun. A good way to test it is to put a drop of water on your deck. And if it doesn't soak into the deck, then you've got a problem. You have to give it a little bit of cleaning. If it soaks in, you know it's good to go. If
you are going to choose a color, if you're going to go maybe into a deeper red or deeper brown, are there things you have to be aware of because it might be sunny? I mean, is that going to attract more heat?
You'd want the darker the color, the hotter it's going to get, obviously. You want to keep something that's going to reflect, like grays are big colors now, or naturals. Naturals, you're always safe as well.
So how does Home Hardware finish this job up here?
With a big party, hopefully.
Yes, that'd be good. A little concert. Yeah. So for the rest of it, I mean, because we used to have a pond there. That's one big deck now that you've replaced. And then you'll redo, obviously, the stain for what's left of the red. And then we're pretty much good to go? Yeah, we're all set. I think it turned out pretty well. We've done some built-in benches over there for seating if you want to do concerts and that sort of thing in the summertime. We've got this section, we're just finishing off the new fascia. We've repurposed the old deck into the other sections around here. And I think we've done a fairly complete job here. Very nice. All right, Doug Plourde, thank you very much for coming in. We'll be right back after the break. We're going to be back out here with Mark Cullen. We're going to talk about planting.